Uh, Sorry. I just found out that my microphone was freaking muted. I am mad. Yes, I know. I am mad and I ass face. Hey, hello everyone. You know I don't have the best introductions. I've been doing this for 7 hours and I'm freaking my headache. I didn't even get properly like luckily I have my Steam controller with me. Yeah, hello. Um so oh yeah, I noticed on casi. Casi I am mad. Okay. Okay. Cannot get your money for your workstation. What the hell are you talking about? I got energy and I got 30 cards, but I'm still 50 cards left. Actually, I, I mean, I'll be honest, Cassie, I am mad, however you prefer. The three almost 1,000 I just got from the federal government gonna help out all the debts that I have next month. But I don't know about that one because it's a health insurance. I mean, if you're watching my videos on repeat, and when you go to sleep, hey, you put it on a very very low volume so it doesn't disturb your sleep. You can actually help me out. You sound a little bit quiet. Microphone is having a seizure. What? Oh, hold on. You sound a little bit quiet. It's because I don't have the microphone on my immediate face. Can you hear me now? You're not. You're not the only ones that are saying stuff over there. Okay. Uh, it's just because the microphone is not up to my face, basically. But now more or less up to my face. But yeah. I. Oh, where's Ose? So I'm not crazy then. It's happening for a while now. Um. Let me check if it. I swear. Because you know that sometimes it's super the cable. You hear me now? You hear me now? No? Going me the stream the microphone or what? No? The quality. Oh, what? I just literally reassigned the cable. No? No? Testing? Tell me I'm fine, fuckers. Oh, hello? Are you still there? Oh my god. Obsessed now. Yes. Hold on. Are you still there? Add volume. Hold on. Add volume. I swear to God, when I'm recording, doesn't happen, eh? But you're all collectively fucking with me today. Sound settings. Sound. Vice proper. Oh! Now! Okay! Now it should be fine. Testing. Now it should be fine. Now it's not half volume. Correct? Loud as fuck now. Okay, fine. Jesus. See, this is why I had to record half volume. Because now you're complaining that everything is loud as fuck. Okay. Yeah. You know what? 75%. My voice is powerful, you know? Okay. Now we're fine with this. By the way, this song is terrorizing my freaking mind. Yeah, I know, but I don't want to be the cause of... I'm recording? Oh. No, I don't want to record, man. I don't want to be the cause for your tinnitus. You know? I don't want to get sued for someone's tinnitus. So, well, I'm not... Technically, not been doing this for 7 hours. But I've been doing this for at least 4 hours. Doing this freaking stupid ass card game. What the fuck are you looking at? Final Fantasy VIII. And this is Triple Triad, one of the best minigames that this franchise has ever produced. So yeah, you're looking at peak 90s, late 90s gaming. This is what we kids were doing during the 90s. Okay, Library of Ruina. Well, no, it's not technically an old card game, okay? It's not technically an old card game. It's this is a JRPG, well, I mean, Dark Souls is a proper JRPG, but this, I mean, it's Final Fantasy, come on. Bro, I mean, it's not, this one actually is the remastered version. So the graphics got a little bit updated and I got one quality of life improvement. I'm gonna show it to you. I did a stream in the past before you two joined the channel, where I actually completed this game without leveling up. Kingdom Come with better graphics. Bro, Kingdom Come and this don't have a comparison, okay? So let me disable the this is the regular speed of the game, okay? It's a PlayStation 1 game. A core. And let me show you. Okay, I'm gonna just do this for the sake of the stream. It's waifu time. And I'm gonna do it just because. Yes, yeah, it's girlfriend experience. This game has girlfriend experience. Yes, it technically means Guardian Force, but I call it girlfriends. You get girlfriends to you in this game. Oh, I need to remove the ability that the. Seriously, this game is so easy. It's not Persona. I mean, this game actually kind of predates Persona. This one, I think. So yeah. There you go. What is this Pokemon? It's Caterpie! There, waifu. Are you happy about this now? You can see the upscale graphics. Yeah. What the fuck, Zelda? I mean, yeah. Technically. Yeah. That was just a small thingy. But well, what I'm trying to do is because you know it's not the first time I do this. I tried to record this one for a couple of times. And in one of the streams, I actually got like 160 viewers. It was crazy. But I thought someone botted my channel or something like that because no one was speaking. So it was a little bit sassy, I'm not gonna lie, that stream. It was just suddenly like hundreds of people show up and no one talk. So yeah. So this game has I hate monsters in Final Fantasy. Don't worry, this Final Fantasy is the Final Fantasy where you do not fight monsters. Ah, you mean the character design, right? In this Final Fantasy, you play cards. Oh, great, another Elnoyle card. So, the way to get OP is to play this minigame. That's it. You get everything that you need in this game just by playing this minigame. No, Mara. Who in the hell says that Mara looks like a penis? I don't know. I think you're projecting something. But well. Anyways, I need to get 39 more cards of that. And this is RNG based. So if this guy doesn't have the card on the first turn, I'm literally screwed, man. Ah, that's fine. Hey. And yeah, trust me, this is the things I do for my channel and my content. I could technically cheat because this remastered version has a cheat mechanic that gives you everything. But what would be the fun of it, you know? Yeah, Penny said it's in Shin Megami Tensei, just in general. I mean, if you wanna see something sassy, well... Okay, here it doesn't look that sassy. No, trust me, I'm in the brink of burnout. I was like, I'm not gonna finish this, no matter what. So yeah, they included a friggin' cheat in this game, which it doesn't surprise me, not gonna lie. Because who in the hell but me will do this to themselves? 7 hours. And I'm not talking about also all the extra minutes that I had to get. Oh, yeah. Just 7 hours doing this. And you know what is the worst part of it? The worst is not that I need to play the card game, because the card game is fairly easy. No, the worst part is there is the rules on how they doing the cards. They change. So whenever they change, I need to go to the other city and play just one card game with a woman, so I can get this one out of the way, basically. And just because I could be OP already, because this is the anti-Final Fantasy. This game is the anti-JRPG. Why? It's one of the most controversial ones because of the decisions. This is the only Final Fantasy where you do not level up. You do not level up. Period. It's worse if you level up in this game. You will make your game harder for you. Like, actually, to the point that some bosses, they are literally gonna screw you over, no matter what. So, that's why the card game, that's why it's so controversial, because this game, it flipped the entire premise of a Final Fantasy game. Yeah, exactly. Also, that's why what I'm doing, this is the most important thing. This is your grind in this game. This is how to get OP in this game. By playing this freaking card game. So, your knowledge of the game is super important. Because what those cards do is your girlfriends, they have abilities that you can improve, like a customizable, with the magic that you absorb from enemies. The thing is, the enemies are tied with the magic that you can absorb to the level, and the level is tied. The enemies are gonna be always your level, no matter what, always in the range of levels of your characters. So what happens is some of the magic, you cannot access it until later levels to keep things balanced. So you cannot have the most powerful spell, because that will break the game, right? Wrong! This game has a frigging skip with this girlfriend, and you get this girlfriend from the beginning of the game, and you get this command, okay? Card. You can make cards of enemies in this game, which has the amazing ability that when you card an enemy, you do not get experience out of it, but the Guardian Force will still get its AP, so it will still learn towards their abilities. So what happens is their abilities, that you can junction the magic to the stats. So for example, and the best thing is because you can attach those to different characters, you can change the stats around. And every single Guardian Force, they have an speciality. Like for example, this one is Diablos, and as you can see, magic to this, to that, whatever. And the best skill in this game is that this bastard makes random encounters gone. Like, you cannot get any random encounters. The game becomes a boss, just going to boss fights. So what happens now is, okay, we got, but this bastard learns another skill. He can make the cards into items, and every single girlfriend can make magic out of their element. So, for example, Shiva is water ice, then Ifrit is fire magic, and then Quetzalcoatl is wind and lightning. And then you can get status effects and life recovery magic with Siren, which is another of the Guardian. And you can get the status effects and freaking time magic from Diablos. So what happens is, at the beginning of the game, you can access to the most broken magic from the game. The last like, elements of every single base element, from thunder, from fire, and from ice. So normally, if we get that, that's how it's supposed to be. My characters at this level, okay? If we remove the magic spells that we have been getting, okay, this is how you are supposed to start the game, okay? And let's gonna go to prove my point, okay? And you will see now. But the worst thing is, as well, those cards, they give you the ingredients to get the best weapons in the game. So literally, the card game can give you the best magic and can also unlock the best card, the ultimate weapons of the game. So what happens now is literally why this game is so controversial. Because it's a JRPG where you don't level up, a JRPG where you can break the game immediately from the beginning, and a JRPG where your characters are kind of customizable as well. So, to prove my point, okay? Let's see if we can get one of the strongest enemies in the game. Right now, it's here. Let me see if we are lucky. Oh, yeah, sorry. I need to remove this. Okay. To prove a point. Now that's okay. You can see that attack of the characters is not really that strong, right? Like, it's nothing. Oh, by the way, if you make damage, you receive experience. This is only for testing purposes. Oh, there you are. That's one of the strongest enemies in this game. It's called a T-Rex sword. It has why in the hell do you have the GF? It has around 50,000 HP. And as you can see, I only made 60. But how in the hell are we gonna tackle this enemy? Well, let's just straight away kill it. What? Let's just straight away kill it with magic. Why? Because we can. No. Oh. God damn me. Hello? Can you hear me? Hey? Okay. It seems like my death magic is not working, but to get the point. God damn it. Okay. Plan B. So that's one of the strategies I can use. Okay. So the other thing is we can use gravitational magic. Okay. Okay, then fair enough. To freaking chipper it is very chunks of health. Like 3,000. And that's a magic that we can get from the beginning of the game, okay? This guy is much stronger than freaking boss fights at the beginning of the game. And he's a regular enemy that you can find here. And this is how you humiliate it. And the best thing is, to topple it off, you can make him a card. Oh, it failed. And this is the end of the humiliation ritual. And this is what I was saying, that you don't need to level up in this game. Because now, see, your characters don't get experience, but your girlfriends, they still get their ability points. So, that proves my point. If I wanted to beat it, like, let's say, with proper attacks and stuff like that, like you're supposed to do in a JRPG game, right? Okay. Now we have equipped the tornado, okay? And that's supposed to be one of the best magics that you can put. And look at the damage, okay? Squall doesn't have that. But Sale now 600 damage in one punch. That enemy has only 300 HP. I can literally one punch every single enemy right now at this level. And the worst is, I can use my ultimate ability to do a freaking combo that freaking keeps dealing insane amount of damage. And that was completely unnecessary. But because I can play the card game, I can do that. By the way, also there is an achievement in this game that also requests of you to finish the game without leveling up the main character. Obviously, you can finish up the game without leveling up any of the characters, but specifically the main one. The problem is there is like 2 or 3 fights that they are mandatory, but you can use other characters to use it. The mandatory fights will never level up your characters if you know what you are doing. If a character is dead, they don't get experience. Simple as that. And by the way, I need to... And the best of it is you can literally inflict death upon your enemies just by hitting them, which I don't appreciate, obviously. And well, so why in the hell I need to get 80 cards of the freaking of this freaking one? Those 80 cards, I'm gonna show it to you. So this is a kind of like guide that has all that you need for Final Fantasy VIII. So what happens is that do you see these blue weapons down here? Those are the ultimate weapons. They are basically this is what you start with, okay? Like they have 11 strength. I think the strongest one is they don't count these guys because they are temporary characters, but the strongest one is from Quistis, basically. Okay, and you see that they have this they have a strength 11, but when you go to the freaking up of echelon of here, you see that except the Lionheart, for example, almost 3 to 3 times the damage. Okay, well, 2 times the damage. See, it increases exponentially the damage from where you start. The problem is to get these ones, you need to play the card game at the beginning of the game to get these energy crystals. And this one, this is specifically dicey because to make ammunition, you need to get Ifrit into level 10. To get Ifrit into level 10, you actually need to get experience with that girlfriend. And the way to get experience with that girlfriend is you need to kill enemies. Okay? So what happens is, if you want to... I already did this on a stream, and I didn't get the strongest weapon because my previous stream of this game, I had to restart the game twice because of I poorly balanced... Oh, you're already falling asleep. Well, good night. So, what happens is, basically I had to restart the game twice, and then start the game from the beginning, because I did poor management of the experience. Oh, it's siesta time. You can have a siesta, man. Siesta time. It's almost 3 PM here too in Germany. And yep. So yeah, that's why you play the card game. Because I want to get every single ultimate weapon for every single character when you are not supposed to have them. Siesta? Siesta time! Come on! I'm Spaniard. There is a lot of people at 3 PM in Spain, they just go to sleep. And they sleep until... I practice it from time to time. But yeah, you just sleep for like an hour and then you are good. So yeah. So now, yeah, you understand my frustration when this is the only character in the game that consistently gives and the card that I need to improve to get the weapons. Okay? The problem is, why don't you do it later? Okay, you have to go halfway through the game to even be able to do to meet these characters again, basically, to get these cards and the monster that drops the item, it doesn't show up until the end of the game. So literally, you are farming an item that you were not supposed to at the beginning of the game. Oh, you cannot comprehend this wisdom. Okay, don't worry, I'm like an old one. Can go mad. Roll for sanity. why do I keep picking the same cards? Because the cards that I have are the strongest cards in the game. The character cards and the girlfriend cards. Okay, I did a powerful mistake down there. It's fine. Can still recover from this. So the reason why I keep getting the same cards is just because those cards are the strongest in the game. So as you can see, each card, they have a number in one of the sides. That represents the power of the card, okay? So, you can get 3 of the best cards of the game just at the beginning as well of the game. And the second best cards, they are the girlfriend cards. So, the game is super simple. You see a number, like for example in there, there's that guy has 6 on the top, 5 on the left, and 5 on the right, and 6 on the bottom. So what happens is you need to beat that number to flip the card to your color. And that's what you do. You keep going around and doing keeping the cards your color like this. Okay? And whoever flip the most cards to their color wins. It's as simple as that. And then whoever wins, in this case is 2 cards, they need to give cards to the winner. The loser gives the cards to the winner. In this case, I managed to change the rules of the card game. So instead of 1 card, they give me the difference. So if I win by 4 or more cards, I get 4 cards from my opponent. And that's the basis of the farm. So every card is used on its own way. Okay? And it's not like all the cards are useless. No. They have useful one way or the other. You can sell the items that you do. So that's why it's so broken, that girlfriend with the ability to get the cards made into items, because literally broke the entire game system. Because they can just keep playing the card game and keep getting the cards and making them into items, and those items you can either sell them, make them into magic, whatever. That's why it's broken, the system. Because it just literally makes you just play the minigame. Just play the minigame. And then you will be sorted, play the minigame, don't level up, and you will win the game. Just by doing that. The thing is, I already am OP enough to clear the entire game now. As if right now. But because, obviously, you know, it's a video for my YouTube channel, and in my YouTube channel, are trying to get to the peakest of being OP. And I cannot conform with just being OP enough. I'm gonna break it to you. In the sequel, they actually put another card game because of the popularity of this one, but it's not as good, and it's not as, and it doesn't offer any OP stuff like this card game did. So the card game in the sequel is absolutely all the opposite. It's bad. Like, it's bad. It doesn't offer you anything. But in Final Fantasy XIV, because this card game is super popular, they put it as a minigame, but obviously, because Final Fantasy XIV is an MMORPG, obviously you cannot break the game. So, the whole idea of breaking the game with the cards, it only got contained to this game, basically. So now, what happens is, this is the guy that has a 23% possibility to give you the card that I'm looking for. And every single other card, there it is. Okay? I'll highlight it when it's on the field, okay? So you need to keep playing this guy. This one. This card, when you break it into items, it gives you the item to get the best weapons in the game. For 3 characters. For the main character's squad, and for 2 of the other characters. So, and like I said, that monster can only find it on the late game. When you are in the 3rd disc of the game, and you are almost completed with the game, like there's barely any hours left. And yeah. And in the 1st disc, this is the only chance that you have for a very long time in the game to get the card. Because the problem is, if you advance from this, and technically, in the game, this is only like the first hour or 2 hours of the game. It's just this area, okay? So in the first hour of the game, you are expected to know that you can get the most OP freaking stuff just right from the beginning. Just like that. I still... But the other problem is gonna come later. For example, that one, the Inferno Fang, another of the most OP spells in the game. It's just constantly. Those regeneration rigs, they give the spell to regenerate. It's just too much. Just too much. And the worst is, if you want to even be more OP, you can literally break the cards from the girlfriends and the characters to give you some of the best items in the game. And there is one card that immediately, when you get that card, is an instant win of the game. Because that card gives you an item that makes your character invulnerable. And it gives you 100 of those items. So, you can literally beat the final boss of the game without taking any damage at all. So imagine that. Just because you got a card. So why do you think that they never did it again? Well, they never ever tried to do this system ever again. As if, okay? Of course, man. Oh. No, literally. You know what Yu-Gi-Oh is? Have you seen the frigging thumbnail of this live stream? Come on, wait a minute. But you know what? Where do I connect? Okay. Hold on. Okay. Uh, of course I know the modern Yu-Gi-Oh ones. I I kind of like halfway what they did because how the game was played in the past was unplayable for very different reasons. Now it's unplayable for other reasons that we are not. You're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you know what I'm talking about. Why modern Yu-Gi-Oh is also unplayable. Okay. By the way, I love that in version of 3 times as. Because luckily we needed that. Okay. Because now. Ah, come on. I know exactly what you mean. Wait, see? Tell me about Yu-Gi-Oh, but you know what is the worst? Okay? No, don't pick too much under the skirt, okay? Tell me about Yu-Gi-Oh. Tell me. Tell me about Yu-Gi-Oh. Just a little bit. Well, um, the Dark Magician Girl was actually my kind of. I have a video that I talk about it. It was my first. I'll say that she was my first. Like when I saw her on the anime when I was a little kid, I said I like women like that. So, by the way, this is not kombucha, it's just, okay? Yeah, I know, I need to. Hang on. Okay. Um, so. I know, shut up, Realta. Well, this is Gasoline cards, classified. I keep my cards, okay? Okay. Separate them. Yeah, there is an Azul Lane card game. Well, it's not technically Azul. Both. 5 bars, and they're gonna. Now I can buy more boxes! You know what's funny? Go to a free boat and travel for 4 or 5 hours to get to a free boat, open the cards. That would be fun. Okay. So, uh, by the way, but yeah, I'm such a big fan of the Dark Magician. That I already said. So I know my deck is not gonna be that great, but after I played it on Master, I spent money at the cards. I actually, because I like the card so much, I say actually want to collect. Okay. Okay. I not. I have Dragon Mates. Well, actually, technically, was sustained, but I have a Dragon Mate. The best card in Yu-Gi-Oh history. Okay. So I have Dragon Mates, and I have videos on the past on my channel where I actually open packs of Yu-Gi-Oh to get these cards. Okay? Okay? Pretty much almost mandatory. Yeah, I have Dragon Maid. I think they are fun. Some of them, trust me, was a headache because they didn't go reprinted, and they costed me some money. Okay, like for example, get this one. Oh, Kyubi. To get this one, I think this one was like 14 euros. One of the expensive ones. The other ones are super cheap, but between them, I think this one is around 6 euros or something like that. But that was in 2020. So, and obviously, side deck. So, yep, I'm really big Yu-Gi-Oh fan, and I need to get the new Dragon Maid cards. And obviously, whenever the budget is there for the new stuff, I even have that Magician Girl card backs. I wanna get my Labyrinth deck because it's another one that I play in Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel. So yeah. So do I play Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, oftenly, but not really. I do play in conventions. For example, when I bring the cards and I put on the table, you can see on the convention video. And basically, just that. And now it's time to get back into Final Fantasy and say goodbye to the camera. Say hello to the controller. Yeah, I'm a massive Yu-Gi-Oh fan from the beginning. In fact, the way in Spain to clean your room. I actually brush from time to time, but it's true. I mean, the problem is my room doesn't, even if I clean it, doesn't like, because it's an old build and all of that. So it's an old room as well. And now I need to reset the game. Oh no. Ah, I clean it, okay? But I don't remove. So I don't rage. Not anymore. I used to rage when I played League of Legends or Overwatch, when I tried to be more competitive with it. But then I realized it was just pointless. One thing about me and Overwatch, I used to be in the top 3,000 of Europe of players in Overwatch during the first seasons, when things were cool. I know every game can be competitive and blah blah and all of that. I know what you mean. I did up. See, even if you have the best cards of the game, if you do a poor performance, you can still lose. You don't know how to use them properly. Because when you start, you need to start strong, so they know you're not fucking around with the cards. Like that. I don't literally need more than one Bastille. Hey. Well, in fact, in Final Fantasy XIV, the problem is the tech structuring that game is completely different. But you can still play the game multiplayer in Final Fantasy XIV. But not a lot of people play in Final Fantasy XIV because there is so many limitations to the cards there. So it's understandable that it didn't pick up in popularity as the original concept. Also, Final Fantasy XIV, like right now, I'm getting so many ads for Final Fantasy XIV and freaking Valorant. They are producing so many players. I understand. Competitive games, listen, most of them, if they are team-based, your elo is always like, you need to rely on other people. And other people can be just straight away antisocial. For example, not so. Imagine you play War Thunder, okay? You're playing War Thunder and then you don't have the best team. And you lose. So why did you lose? Because of your team. So in the end, that is the biggest flaw in competitive games. In general, like, they are mostly team-based. And the problem is the ones that they are more individualistic. People tend not get too heavily involved with them. Understandable at the same time, but also it can be a little boring. How many cards left? Wow, a lot more. Oh well. Anyways, probably soon I might be able to do newer games as well. Like, because as soon as I settle up all my debts, I already settled up the debt with the landlord. I'll I'll settle up my debt with electricity as well next. And my friend who lended me money. And after that, I wanna see how much is left. And after that, I really want to build a PC. Maybe. What game are you talking about? If it has a multiplayer option, then completely fine. But if it doesn't have multiplayer, I really have some questions to ask. What you were doing? By the way, the trick on this game is always have one up. Always one up. But seriously, you know what? I'll be honest. If I suddenly decide to cheat and give me myself the cards I need, game though. Come on, give me a name. Give me a name of the game. What it is? It's Limbus. Limbus Company. A lot of people they really like Limbus Company. I knew. I freaking knew it. My problem right now with gacha games is like for example right now I'm kind of pissed at Genshin Impact because they went off script and they have released an area of the game that was not announced and was literally not guy, you know what I mean with not guy. Like they never announced that area and they never yeah. So I'm a little bit mad at Genshin Impact because I want the current arc to be finished with it, man. And I understand that they want to put a little bit more of context, which is fine, but it was literally delayed for an extra year. One region that you already promised, or I'll say it, because they are scared that they only have now they have extended it for another year, and let's see what's gonna happen with this side of the story. But I'm pretty sure they were scared of me or just saying, oh my god, we only have, because this is one thing about gacha games, because gacha games are games that they are still in development and they are still, they need to be like an MMORPG, constantly pumping content every single moment, and every single year have a massive content drop. And what I seen Genshin was panicking was because, oh my freaking god, we only have 2 years left. So I think Genshin just pressed the panic button, and I say, oh my god, we all. That's one thing that I think every gacha game has a little bit of fault, but I'm gonna say more like a game design a concept design problem, more than the game itself. Like these games are supposed to be temporary. They're not supposed to be engaging in story, not like a full release, okay? They're supposed to keep people just invested enough to contribute to the next segment of the game, and I think that's the problem. Like, if Genshin Impact was a full story from the start, maybe people, yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's like Genshin, so much of the content so unappealing because boring, boring. The side quest, boring. There is no side quest in Genshin Impact that contributes to the overall story. Maybe some events, but and the problem with events in Genshin Impact is they don't, and that's one-on-one gacha game. Oh, damn it, the rules change. Okay, now this is my problem with the game. Basically, now because the rules have changed, now I need to get back to the city again and find the NPC that changes the rules back. Because now I can only win one card. Which it wouldn't be a problem if every single card in this game wasn't useful. So yeah. Now I need to go back to that NPC that changed the card rules again. Luckily we have the 3 times speed, and we disable the random encounters. No, Genshin is also fan service in a different way. The problem with Genshin Impact is like they did such an amazing job at the beginning. How they presented the world building, but I understand why people they don't like Natlan, because Natlan as well has been, we need to speed up. We need to speed up with the whole point, the stuff and everything. But yeah, after the problem with the Genshin, after you are finished with the Archon quest, like myself, I don't feel thrilled pay Genshin Impact as I used to pay anymore, because I already have everything that I want. I don't need the stronger characters. My account is pretty much gone. So for me, the only engagement I can look for is whenever they release a new piece of content, like in an MMORPG. Why? Because the content is not finished. Aim is not finished, and you don't know the end of the story. And that's why I appreciate games like Final Fantasy. Because no, I need to, yeah, that's the only NPC game that can change the rule for that. What anime? Like, they released the PV of Genshin Impact, and that's it. They never outright say that they were going to release an anime of Genshin Impact. So forget that. Okay, and now I need to go back to the garden. Luckily, like I said, the problem is at any moment, if I do this trip, okay, imagine that I didn't have 3 times the speed and I couldn't ignore encounters and everything. Wow. But I think it's just because ufotable did the PV for Genshin Impact, and it showed like, oh, I went to the wrong one. It's very ufotable. Ufotable is such a good animation, and it was for Genshin Impact. And I think people they were like speculating about the anime, but I think the problem with doing a Genshin Impact anime, like, fuck, just fuck. This can happen too. Like, you go all the way down to change the rules for so they can give you more cards, and then suddenly the game says no and fucks you over. Luckily, inside of the garden there is a fast travel method, but bro, I hate this. Need to go all the way again here and card the lady again until she decides to change the rule in the fight. Like I say, it's such grind. Just because I want to be even more OP than I already am for YouTube content. Oh, well, it's always something. Like, for example, the other point of the spectrum, okay? Black Souls. Black Souls. Be cool. Finish the story of Black Souls like that. Black Souls 2 is such a perfect ending because, okay, it gives some room. Like, for example, obviously, there is some hints of the game that the old ones are not gonna just let Grimm go into the distance. There are obviously conflicts of interest. Note the crawling one, the wanting to get Grimm. But you know, my theory, you know, that the crawling one actually let Grimm go in the end. Because let's not forget that Bricket is part of the crawling one. So, the hook, but because people, they are really thriving to get the good feeling of, like, in the end there was a good ending. Like, in the end, everyone went happy to the distance, we saved Red Hood, we punish, finally, Leaf. Well, and every single time I freaking is Final Fantasy VIII, look at the freaking concurrent viewers. Hello, lurkers! You can chat, I don't bite. So basically, but people, they want a third game, and I understand why, because there is still some story that you can milk out of the franchise. Like, so what happens with Bricket is Red Hood is really gonna die, and you change destiny. And I understand that there is so many that people, they want change, but if Black Souls was ended with a heartbroken ending, I think it would be fine. For all the story, got free, but at what cost? But it was the price for freedom. You got your freedom. Congratulations. Now what? And I think people, they don't want to acknowledge the price that you had to pay for your freedom in Black Souls. Because, like I say all the time, he's not a good guy. Grimm, it's a man that is thriving for freedom at all cost, and what he can do with that freedom, don't know, because Linda Mea keeps chasing. But why Linda Mea is so insistent and he needs to put an end to he needs to stop you. And that's an it. If we see Black Souls from the point of view of Linda Mea, makes sense. Makes sense that you want to stop him. Because that's disgusting being. He is a disgusting him. Change the rules again. Come on, man. Cannot do. Stop changing the fucking rules all the time. Okay, I did that. Catch me. I think I might lose this one. No, I'm gonna draw. Yeah, I'm gonna draw it. Oh well. I don't know. Quite. I don't know. What do you think of what I have? It's a very hot take, but I think Black Souls 2 as an ending, it's perfectly. It's already good. Yeah. I don't think we need that Black Souls 3. But obviously we are curious because there is still more souls we want to talk about, more perspectives of the story, what happened, and now we get the reboot as well. But I don't know. Because what it will be the center point of Black Souls 3? Rescuing Pricket from what? He cannot escape. He's literally part of it. And you cannot kill the crawling one. Because elder gods don't die. And she will be always a fragment of the crawling one. So Pricket cannot escape. She is kind of lucky that she is a fragment. Yeah, I have a lot of like theories and lore-wise I can talk about the possibilities of a Black Souls 3. Okay. So, for example, the node ending, where you just decide to become one with the Grand Grunion. I think, like I said, that one has more possibility of having a Black Souls 3 than Black Souls, because the main difference between that and Black Soul and the Heartbroken End is, for example, there is a detail that people forget. When you get the Heartbroken ending, you get the last sound that you hear, the closing of a book. And Mabel has stated that she does say she likes books that fuck you. I don't want to that anymore. And Mabel has stated that she likes stories that end. So what happens when the story ends? Like, close the book. So maybe it's a subtle way from the author tell us, I'm done, I'm finished. End. Not the end that you wanted, but it is the end. So I think that's the final gesture of Mabel closing the book at the end of it. Like, you got the ending that you wanted. Dream was free, But at what cost? No more resets, no more loops. You got what you wanted. Got reality. Finally, you are free. But also there's the question of life escaping. Because life escaping can also mean that it's not done in her schemes to get back Grimm. But now Grimm, a broken man, alone, having lost a man with his freedom, only left. So what kind of... And now you want to play difference. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, game? How? The game is clearly just fucking with. Oh yeah. So now, how do you continue the story of Black Souls? Because what? Now Grimm. Also, one detail: Grimm still absorbs the power of the Grand Grunion. At the end of it, doesn't matter which ending are you getting. The thing is, in the heartbroken ending, even though you absorb the power of the Grand Grunion, you choose to not become an elder being, like in the other ending. And I think that's something interesting to explore. Like, okay, so in a hypothetical, how does Liv get back at Grimm at this point? Like, how is trying to kidnap Grimm again? The crawling one again could also try to kidnap him. But Grimm now is so powerful that he can brush them off. But is he more powerful than Azathoth? And Azathoth show us himself on Black Souls. So I don't think Grimm is more powerful than Azathoth. And what happened between you and Azathoth is only speculation. But technically, you mated with Azathoth at the same time. So it's kind of curious, no? But well, there is a lot of possibilities, theories of what can be a Black Souls 3. But I'll say, why don't just PvP? PvP. And I think I've been having a lot of controversial takes the story. For example, I'm one of the people that says that in Black Souls 1, the library ending is not canon. And some people they say no, but if you have the other conversations with Leaf after the DLC, the issue is one, the DLCs are integrated into the game by this point, so there is not an option to disable. But Linda Mea and the Black Trial was an intended feature. Obviously, they've been there for a while. So for how long was Baphomet there as well? Oh, And I also have another hot take about Red Hood. I don't think the story is gonna progress. I think it's just gonna be like more of what was Red Hood, like just as a curiosity, like a bookmark on the entire history. The other thing is that it's curious is the sacrifice. Why? Um, there is an emphasis sacrifice. Like clearly, the sacrifice are meant to be minions of Merisu, but clearly on Black Souls 2, the Sakurai they seem to have breaking off uh, their ties with Merisu as well. So I don't know if you catch me. Like, what is the end game for them? Just killing people, just surviving, whatever, or just because, for example, Lingerina just seems to like to be pretending to be an angel. Same with the sister. But I think it's just like those they are more like the territory of the expanded universe, Black Souls. But I don't think like there is. I'm not really interested on what's happening in the rest of the world because, like, it's like the real world just follows real life events. Okay, 30, 30 more cards. Let's go. So the real world. I mean, why? I know you're there. Aside from the gardens and cream and all of the mythos and all of that, but let's gonna put Grim in outside, okay? So, what is interesting of expanded universe of Dark Souls? What do you think is interesting? No, about. If they are following pretty much the same story as human life. Anyway, I don't know if you are still, but gonna I'm here. Okay. Then it seems like I'm talking. The wind, or in the other screen, probably for a lot of people. Okay. So I think the problem of the obsession that we have with expanded universes, like Star Wars, for example, just because Star Wars is such a galaxy-wide, open, playground of ideas, but so limited in scope that you can understand why people they can have a little bit more, have a little bit more, a little enough, satisfy their curiosity about the franchise, but does it really matter? Like, in the end, the story was about a group of a young guy that becomes a hero, helps a group of the rebels to topple down an evil empire. And I understand why the Empire Strikes Back. I understand that. Like why the Empire would like to have a massive counterattack, because obviously after the destruction of the first Death Star, like things that were not going to be over like that, you know? And that is kind of a wrong possibility. I understand why Star Wars that route. But for example, other thing, and in the end, with the Return of the Jedi, and the Return of the Jedi for Anakin, that's the Return of the Jedi. It's for Darth Vader to turn to become a Jedi, not Luke. Because in the end, Anakin was not Luke. He brings balance to the Force. He Jedi, killed the Jedi, and then he disposed of the Sith. That time he created balance. A very weird construct and abstract way of balancing stuff, but nevertheless, balance. But people they go obsessed, wanted to know more, because the universe allowed them to know more. And I think the perfect example of why got obsessed with the perpetually going franchise definitely is Hero Comics. Comic books, they every single of 50, and that's why I kind of not like. I like Marvel to a point, and I think my cut point with those types of stories with Marvel, superheroes, stuff like that is they always become a battle, like a free look. Every single certain number of years, they have to do press the hard reset button and start all over again. Keep up with the times. Don't lose characters and all of that. But I think that's the point on why they are massively anime. Because people want push you. You never get that with heroes. Ever. Can have an ending. They don't have an ending. Bro, and even when they try to make a new superhero that is similar to the old one, or someone taking the torch, they quickly backtrack. Except in very rare occasions, like for example, Miles Morales. I think Miles Morales is a perfect example of passing down the torch and become of significance. Because you tell me that one of the few things from a failed reboot of the Marvel and its universe, bro, of play. Really good play on that one. Boom. Freaking do that. That's why it is what it is. Now with for example, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Gonna happen the same. Gonna be at some point that the novelty is gonna be there. The story has ended. That's it. Those in the book. Like Marvel says, a book that ends, one of the best books. And there's no magic. I remember when Tolkien tried classic of the Lord of the Rings, wanted to do one, but in the end, worked out. Barely anyone knows that there is a sequel to the Lord of the Rings, because there is big scraps of information, stuff like that. But the Lord of the Rings is a pretty complete story. Age of humanity has come. Goodbye elves. Goodbye other fantastical creatures. And the world belongs to... Now, that's how we go to our modern times. That's the end of the story of the Lord of the Rings. Humanity prevailed, and everything else got extinguished. With time, coming a memory. Good guys won, bad guys lost. The end. Nothing else. And they have tried hard to expand the universe of the Lord of the Rings. Look at what happened with Amazon. And then, but because the ending of the Lord of the Rings, also because of Tolkien being dead, they have never managed to even dare to try. They did the Hobbit because the Hobbit is kind of related to Lord of the Rings, but they even had to do a massacre of the Hobbit and make it like 3 movies. It actually be watchable in a sense. Whenever the freaking animation of the Hobbit did enough. That's fine. That story's end. Completely fine. For example, my favorite Final Fantasy now it's gonna have the remaster in a couple of days, and I wanna buy it. Now I can buy it. Actually, I can buy it without thinking what if or whatever. I can buy a remaster of Final Fantasy Tactics, and I'm gonna stream. But in the end, there was no more stories with Ramsa. Ramsa took his sister and went off. The next adventure? Never got. That's fine. Ramsa just left for the next adventure. That's it. Yeah, we have been having glimpses of Ramsa and what happened to Ramsa, other games, but we never got like a Final Fantasy Tactics. Not like, for example, and this is one of the things that is a biggest curiosity of Final Fantasy. The ending of Final Fantasy. Red 13 is there with his puppies. Mika is destroyed and abandoned. That's it. The story ended. The gang moved on. And like I say, perfectly fine and doable ending. In the end, all your tribulation and problems, they became history. If you remember, and the world healed up and move on. That was the end of the story of Final Fantasy VII. And like, for example, one of the most outrageous Final Fantasy story is this time loop. In the end, Final Fantasy VIII wrapping up. Just yeah. Everyone. And even though if you manage in the end, Asia has destroyed most of the world, the future. But the end for your characters is destroy your Asia to prevent time compression and that's it. So the characters, they live a happily ever after. Sorry. And that's the end for the characters. But it's not the end for the world of Final Fantasy. And they never explore it more like they did with Final Fantasy. And Final Fantasy IX just ends. Well, I still one of the most beloved Final Fantasy. Then with 6, 6 just ends. Ends in a world destroyed, killing to over. Because Kefka won. Kefka freaking won. Final Fantasy, he won. He got what he wanted. He shaped the world to whatever he wanted. And Kefka won. If you don't take it, Kefka won. And then, ultimately, lost a protagonist, but saved the world. And yeah, eventually he got dethroned as the god of the new world. But damage was already done. FK won. And he managed to reshape and recreate the world under his seat. And I think that's... And we never see or ever heard from the characters from Final Fantasy. Okay, well, Final Fantasy X. Okay, Final Fantasy X a difference because I think, officially, that was the first Final Fantasy that got a sequel. Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy X, the X2. Why? Because people wanted the free ending. Like, oh no, now Yuna, Tidus, and what happens with the world? Well, if you read the novel, see, it's pointless because in the end, she gets back. At the end of the novels and stuff, and the extra material, everything that you did in the game, it's gone. Your efforts save the world. Final Fantasy X was for nothing. In the end, you lose. They said. I think that's why it's kind of frustrating when they try to expand the universes. Because they try to milk it out. Sometimes you don't need it. Final Fantasy XIV? I don't know what's happening with Final Fantasy. And now there is some related to space. And this and that. I really lost the plot. Final Fantasy. I absolutely lost the plot. Oh, well, Final Fantasy XIV RPG kind of makes sense. It's World of Warcraft. The World of Warcraft. Kill it. Oh. Enough. Oh wow. Very big. Oh wow, die. Obviously not gonna pay diamond while it keeps money. For Activision. So that's oh. Oh, 20. No, 30. 5. Yeah, 5 cards. Come on. Five cards I need. Playing this for too long already. Be nicer to me. At this point, just I was just... Sorry, but I cannot be talking to the freaking wall for like 45 minutes plus, okay? It hurts. Hurting for a while now. I don't know why. Maybe it's just this. I don't know. Maybe I've been thinking much recently. But I'll prepare myself something to... The clouds. Ah. something like that. Because I'm having some headache like that. I don't know. Not really. But it's a little. I don't know. Go to the doctor. But headache. Wow, since last time I had a headache. Fine. Oh, I was supposed to just. I was going to bed like dawn. But no man. But probably. Okay, try. Come on, get. How much? Hold on. Not that bad. The Ruby Dragons is much worse, but I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna do the Ruby Dragons. Freak that. It's like. Fuck. Many. Get what I want and what I need with dragons, and that's it. Find you. got me. Oh. One more? Can I get another? Flowers. Oh man. Hey. Hours. Okay, so hold on, I'll be free from this. safest. Every single time that I don't get the match that I want, pressing 8, call it a day. Something that you can up them later. I wonder how many matches per minute I'm doing. I get the freaking foot. There we go. Another small crash. Adding me. No. Done with this, please, game. Not very enough. I love how they just mess around with the AI now. I just mess around with the AI. Honestly, I wonder when the hell this guy has his freaking collection of Elnoyle cards. I was like, okay, yeah, another one for the collection. No, it's this asshole again. Like, literally. I've been bullying the same guy for hours so he can give me his freaking cards. And I'm still like, no, it's not enough. Give me all. Hey. And by this point, if I was the guy, I would like, listen, just leave me alone. How many of my copies do you want? You already took my most valuable card, my Twisties card. What else do you want? That's the thing. Completely humiliate this poor person. Because not only you take his most valuable card, the Twisties one, but now you just constantly bully him. Ay. To go, I wish I had an AI play this game. Yeah. Bye. Cards left. Ah. Okay, only 14. They're getting there, people. They're getting there. They're absolutely getting there. And as soon as this is over, I'll finish the stream and continue recording the video as planned. Because I'm not gonna continue doing this. I want to finish recording of the video today. I can start editing tomorrow. Head empty. Pressing buttons. A while, eh? I haven't given an Elnoyle card in a while. Ah. Oh. Finally, one card. Took you a while. Seven. Eh? 12. Oh. Now it's 11. swear to God, I wanna finish. Please, game. Please me. He's suffering. Abby, keep me. Okay. That's another one. 10 more! 10 more only! Only 10 more! Oh, 10 more. Wanna make sure? Yeah, 10 more. I will have all the energy I need. At least it's right. A quick game of cards. Arabitos. Nine more. Nine more. Nine more to end this. Come on, nine more. Game, release me, please. Aspera, aspera, aspera. 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 That means. Aspera, aspera. I'm gonna have more fangs. There are no fangs that I imagine. Elsie. Knows what I'm looking for. Doesn't want to give it. Doing his masochistic mission of being beaten up every single time. And yet, no? 25%, eh? Now you change the rules to one. The hell. You're still playing one. No! That you're playing one, you wanna play another one. I'm not gonna go back to change the rules. Fuck that. No. I'm tired. I'm tired of going back and forth, changing the rules every single time. No, thank you. Eight. Yeah, 8 more. No more changing the rules. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more. Glad I did not that speedrunner. Them. Hey. A draw. At least a draw takes me time. But yeah, let's go. Now, setting. It takes me time. I'd wait now on. Whenever they don't have the card I want, I'm gonna draw them. can't. It's even hard for me to draw. Again, out up with my bullshit, I was like, no, you're gonna win now. And now I'm gonna win. Need to win. That's not how you win. Now. 7. 5. Just throwing. I just want. That might suffer. I say, upset, offering. What I do with the signed Mortal Realm. I was playing a free card game. Delightful. One. Gonna draw. I'm just gonna draw. Want me to draw, eh? Okay. The words are drawing. And the words are drawing. Finally, another Elnoyle. For a while, eh? Well, luckily I didn't lose this one. But it's always like that. Oh, card. Coming always with Dragon one. Or 4 more. I continue recording. Yep. One. You know what? Gonna I'm gonna save because it's been so freaking long. I'm just scared. Okay. Oh. Okay. 2 more. Well, I mean, once I one. Okay, 2 more. 2 more and I'm done. Please. Just ask you 2 more. I'm gonna get the Chimera once. Chimera is so. Why it has to be a late card for this bastard? I swear 20% my ass. There! Not there! Finally! Okay. One frame free from one friggin' more, and I'm friggin' free from this. Oh, I wanna end this stream so badly. I'm continue making the video, please. One more. Fuck you, game. Ay. Ay. Go for it. So close. But a bit. I'll say patient first. When you need is on a regular basis. Why in the hell I saw addicted to RP? Bro, one more. One more. Game cannot allow me to have just one more. Hey. Finally, the one more. Some goddamn time. Finally. They're free, people. They're free! Free! Okay, yep. That's it. Done recording this, okay? Thanks everyone for coming in. But now I want to get into my recording mindset. So yeah. Thanks for coming, and I'll talk with you later.